Welcome to the Unknown Comics Podcast, episode 60. I'm Brandon.
Chris.
There's that guy.
60.
60.
Wow.
60. I
That's
know. Would have been a lot more if we had, kind of stuck with it, but we kind of
it's still
took a break.
Still seems like that's kind of crazy.
I know. It's crazy. All right. Well, we've got a great show planned.
What's up, Bama fan?
So we're going to go ahead. Hey, Bama fan. We're going to go ahead and go over everything that we have for offer tonight on Whatnot. So if you are watching us on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, we will be selling some product on our Whatnot channel. So you can head over to whatnot.com or get the Whatnot app, search for Unknown Comics Live, and you will find us there. And you can get in on all the product we have. We have auctions. We have some buy it now options, and then we'll actually be doing some giveaways, and you have to be on the Whatnot to take part in that. Chris, why don't you go ahead and let them know what we got going on?
Yeah,
I'll set it up where you can show them.
So we got a lot of buy it now products today, guys. We put a lot of auction items in not a lot of auction. We have 9 auctions tonight. A couple of ratios from this week and a couple other fun things. But buy it now products, we have quite a few buy it now products. So go check it out. They all have images there. We've got all of our exclusives from this week and last week in the buy it now. If you want to purchase just a trade dress by itself, like the Hellfire with Captain America here, you can do that. You can buy the Virgin, or I've got 2 packs available for each exclusive that's $5 off.
2 packs.
Yep, 2 packs. And then also the Spider-Gwen, Gwenverse number 5. There is a 3-pack available of the 2 Rico covers and the Greg Land cover that includes our buy 2 get 1. So you actually get the trade dress completely for free on that set. So we've got 5 of each available. So you guys check that out. I can pin one of those here. And then we are going to be doing giveaway as well. But we've got the new Axe series, David Nakayama Captain America cover here. The Rico, Spider-Gwen Gwenverse 5, Greg Land Virgin cover. We've also got our Gun Honey Adam Hughes exclusive, the Virgin here.
Hey, guess what? She's naked.
Hey, just like this one she has bottoms on.
That's true.
That's not.
Yeah, it's less naked than usual.
Yeah. Also from last week, we've got Axe 2, the David Nakayama cover there as well. We have Star Wars, The Mandalorian number 2 from Todd Knock. X-Men 13 from Miguel Micardo. Sorry, I keep getting out of the way of my mic, and Brandon's giving me the dirty face.
No.
I got Hulk 8 here from Miko Suwayan. Tyler Kirkham's Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. And then also from Tyler Kirkham, we've got Venom Lethal Protector number 5. The trading card variant, really sweet.
That is a mountain of books you're piling
I know,
up there,
right?
bud.
It's great. Predator 1.
Start sliding around.
We're almost done from Jana Cloto. And then Daredevil 2 from Kale New.
I guess we can show online. There we go. Sorry, other streams. Now you can actually see all the stuff he's already showed off and piled over. Lots of stuff.
All these exclusives are available right now in the Byte Now. So take your pick. Like I said, there's photos there, so you can see them there as well. If for some reason you would like me to throw one up on camera, I can. Just let me know during the stream. But they've got really nice, pretty pictures.
It's a nice.
Right next to them now.
All right. Cool. Well, we've got some fun stuff to talk about tonight on the podcast / live sale. Do you want to start with the giveaway, or do you?
Yeah. Let's do giveaway. So our first giveaway is going to be this week's exclusives, which is the stuff you're seeing right here, guys. The Axe Captain America, the Spider-Gwen Rico, the Greg Land Spider-Gwen, and then that Gun Honey.
Are we allowing international giveaway?
At this time, no. Eventually we may get there, guys, but not this time. I'm sorry.
He's expensive.
Yeah. All right. So here's that weekly exclusive. This is that first giveaway. We're going to go ahead and pin this when you guys enter in here. Of course, you do have to follow us. So if you haven't followed us, make sure you pound on that follow key, follow button, whatever it might be.
And
it's something.
And as I said, if you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook to get in on this giveaway, you need to jump over to Whatnot and follow us there.
I will say the second giveaway is going to be that second stack of books. Which is quite a bit bigger.
That is a large stack of books.
Yes. So stay tuned.
We're up against Shatner. Well,
we're always up against somebody, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently Thursday nights is when Whatnot decides to bring in the big folk.
Yeah.
We've gone up against Post Malone. Hey, we've got 50 people. Thank you, people, for watching us instead of Shatner.
We're just a different target demo, I guess.
Yep.
Is what we're serving right here.
All right, so I'm showing we got 50 people watching. We got 47 entries. I'm going to go ahead and select a winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, and here we go.
Wow, 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 wow.
Let's see who it is. If you guys haven't had a chance yet, of course you can see the poll over your screen there. We'll take that down here in a second, as I'm sure it's probably kind of annoying to have that and everything else on the screen.
Oh, that is. It's in front of all the product right now, isn't it?
Yeah. So, congratulations. You won.
Go Spider.
Go Spider. You done
Spider
did it.
like the car.
You won. You done it. All right. So, you want to talk about She-Hulk first? Might as well.
Well,
Since it's our
yeah.
poll?
Since we basically we asked if everybody's enjoying it, and it seems like most are.
Yeah.
A few not crazy about it. Quite a few that still haven't watched it yet.
But I would say for the majority of who's on here right now, the percentage have seen it, which that's good.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed it so far. It's, if you always know what Marvel's doing, they're trying to hit all the genres, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of know that going into this, it's gonna be kind of a lawyer TV show.
It's got their kind of sitcom vibes. I mean, I think it's exactly what I expected it to be. And I've enjoyed it. There's quite a bit of fan service in it. There were not to spoil anything, but there were some little Easter eggs in there that are pretty big if you really think about it, and they're very small things, but
they're things that have been hinted at quite a bit over the last couple of years, but they're just like flat out showing you these things now.
Yeah.
So
You want to go ahead and end the poll?
Yep, I can hit it. We'll bring it down.
There we go. Yeah, huge Easter eggs. And other things that are kind of setting up some different plot lines. Of course, we're not going to get super spoiler heavy because that's just rude. But we will. We've given you a week. So we'll talk about episode 1 in a little bit more detail. Just because episode 1's not huge. It's expository, right? It's her origin story and everything. And
We'll have to do that yet, but we can do it here in a minute.
yeah. Actually, there's not too much to say about episode 1. It is exactly what you thought it was. I mean,
it's a real quick. Hey, this is what happened. I thought I could live my life like normal. I can't. I'm She-Hulk.
And then episode 2 kind of expands on that a little bit.
Yeah, kind of consequences and life.
And I was talking to Chris earlier. It goes by really quick. I guess in relation to other shows we're watching, it's just so short.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the hardest part I've had with Marvel TV shows overall is the amount of time you get to watch. Like I was like, man, I need to set an hour aside today to go watch that. And then I get on there and it's 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, yeah. What am I going to do those other 30 minutes?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't have really high expectations for what I want it to be. I think it is doing that, and it's filling it. I'm curious to see the legs it has after the show. Her role in the rest of the MCU. We'll see. Of course, we know from trailers and everything. We're going to get some cameos and
you should have never left to go to the Shatner in the first place. And you're banned.
Did he? Yeah. He's done. We're done with him. Sorry. You were loyal in the past, but you abandoned us for Shatner.
Yeah.
So yeah, She-Hulk's great, and it's weird that it's a Thursday.
Are we twinning? I just now realized we're twinning.
Yeah. Well, that's the third week in a row you've worn that shirt on the podcast.
No, I wore a polo last week.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I edited the video. You didn't.
Well, it just seems to be Thursdays my day for the show then.
So yes, we are.
I thought I did, but that's funny.
we are twinning.
Yeah. Well, it's either this or the lightsaber one. That's really the only ones I have anymore.
Yeah. That's kind of. It says Thursday on the tag. They're She-Hulk. The humor level is actually there and genuine. I mean, Hawkeye kind of had it a little bit.
Yeah.
And all the Marvel stuff has a little bit, but I think this one's kind of leaning into it, and it's enjoyable. I really like it. I think the casting's great.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing her chemistry with Ruffalo.
Yeah.
I thought that plays really well. really good nods. There's a lot of good nods in episode 2 to the original, not the original, but the MCU-ist of the Hulk movies.
Yeah. Yeah, especially episode 2, we get a lot more of that, right?
Yeah.
More of that actual Universal Hulk #1
Yeah.
that came out 15 years ago.
I still haven't watched it.
You've never seen?
I've never actually seen the Eric Bana Hulk.
The Norton? No, not the Eric. It was the Norton Hulk.
They were both.
Banner's not MCU at all.
No,
It's
but I thought that was the Universal Hulk, and the Norton one was Paramount.
I think they're both Universal.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. No, I still have yet to see the Bana one
because that's who they had to get the rights back from.
Because when it came out,
Bana is so bad.
It just got so critically panned that I was just like, I don't want to go see it.
The only reason the Eric Bana Hulk has any significance to me is because my wife and I, that was our first date.
Oh wow.
That's the only reason. So I tried to go back and watch it the other day, and I was like, "Wow, this is terrible."
Yeah. And I liked the MCU Hulk movie. I mean it. I wouldn't say it was stellar, but I enjoyed it. I definitely like Ruffalo as Banner more than any of them.
Yeah.
And at this point, he is the MCU's Banner.
It is interesting as he is the only major character that has had a recast out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's been a couple other little things, like War Machine at this point, but he's been War Machine the whole stinking time, basically. Yeah. So,
yeah, it kind of makes you wonder. Would they do a recast on Thunderbolt, Ross? If they decide to bring him back.
See, at this point, they could just have him as Red Hulk the whole time,
or just bring Sam Elliott back.
Yeah.
And then you kind of do a Spider-Verse thing, where you're kind of pulling in. I mean,
that could be something that's already done because of everything that's happened.
Yeah. So I was talking with one of my Discord gaming groups, and somebody posed a question, how many actors have been in multiple Marvel movies? And then we kind of got into the discussion
as different characters.
Okay. So like Chris Evans is Human Torch and Captain America, yada yada yada, yeah. all of them. And so we started getting into the etymology of what is considered MCU now, because technically it's all MCU at this point. Yeah. I mean, it can all be rolled into the universe. The multiverse kind of shifted the paradigm. Yeah, I mean, what I was like, I think
they brought it all in.
I think the best way to kind of differentiate now is to differentiate by calling something from Marvel Studios or not, right?
Or Feige.
Yeah, the Feigeverse. You could, but like I said, something was either produced, either by or in conjunction with Marvel Studios, or it wasn't, right? Yeah. And and you can even separate Marvel Television from that, which would be Inhumans and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Quesada or something.
That was more over that. That was Avi Arad.
Yeah,
was Marvel Television.
Yeah.
And that's gone. Marvel Television's folded
into
all
Marvel Studios now.
So you can't really say, and we used to just say what was Marvel Studios was MCU.
Yeah.
I think that term's gone now. I think MCU is the broader thing, and now you have what was produced by Marvel Studios and anyone else, know. So I'm declaring it right now on this podcast. That's how we need to define it. Do I hear a yay? Do I hear a second on this motion? So,
well, everybody, thanks for joining the show. If you haven't been on one of our podcasts, we've only been doing them like this for a few weeks. This is pretty new. So we like didn't do this again. We've done, this is our 60th episode, so we've done it a few times. So it's a lot of fun. We'll get back in the hang of it full swing, but we do have some stuff for auction on Whatnot as well. And since we're talking about She-Hulk, we're going to be auctioning off a Hulk book. This is a Hulk #7 second print, 1 in 25. So we're going to start this off, kind of get this going. We'll start this off at just $20, which is a pretty good deal.
$20.
And there you go.
Oh, wow. I just put that.
I put the whole, you can put a C less. Okay.
I was like, man,
that whole description just jumped across the screen. Anyway.
Netflix shows were not Marvel Studios. That was Marvel Television again.
Yeah. Now those have, again, everything's folded into the
MCU. Right.
But I think the new Daredevil show will probably have a really different feel.
I think so.
I think it'll still maybe have that grittiness that the Netflix shows had, but I think overall they're going to want it to feel like
Yeah.
a Marvel show that they've been doing. So just received the Batman 125 1 and 250 I got from y'all. It's beautiful. Awesome. Glad to hear it.
Hopefully not too different. I mean, you kind of have to temper your expectations. Feige is very specific about how he wants things to be, and if they don't, I mean, yeah, you would hope not, because of the non-Marvel Studio stuff, the Daredevil television series is one of the strongest.
Yes. Yeah, for
properties,
sure.
right?
I think overall the actors' attitude's going to be the same, those kind of things. But I think it will be different for sure.
Yeah. But yeah,
I think
as far as how different, yeah, that we won't know. So
yeah, I think the big question is, will they keep it at a maturity level where you have to have your account passcode locked?
Yeah.
Or will it be a maturity level that's open to anybody to watch it? I think that's going to be the big thing there.
Yeah, and we know that once they decide to pull the trigger on a Deadpool sequel, that they're going to they're not opposed to the mature content. They're talking about to move over to Lucasfilm, a lot of the ramp up to Andor this is a very adult Star Wars series.
Yeah.
Andor is not going to be for children. It's going to deal with very serious topics. It's going to be very, very gritty, very dark.
Show you some of the actual dark side of the Empire.
Yeah, and dark sides of the rebellion, right?
Yeah.
Which
True for both sides.
That is Andor's backstory, right?
I mean, you do see him in Rogue One just straight up killing somebody.
Yeah.
So, which that kind of blew people away.
Yeah. Deadpool is on Disney Plus now. Man, people.
Yeah. So is Logan. So
yeah, people just railed against that too, and it's just like, what do you expect?
As far as that went, it was in there, but it wasn't like, here's 5 minutes of steamy that you can't pass. It was like maybe 10, 15 seconds at most.
Yeah.
It just felt like a lot more because we'd never seen that before in a Marvel.
Right. It was relative to what we had seen in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agrees.
Yeah. Eventually, I think it's kind of like anything else. Your audience is growing older overall, right? So I think that's kind of how they feel that they should take the product as well.
And we've talked about this in the past. Is Hulu doesn't exist in other markets.
No, just in the States.
It's just Disney Plus, and
Yeah.
everything on Hulu or that's allowed in that region or whatever is on Disney Plus. And I think that might be their long-term goal for the American market, that Hulu eventually just goes
folds
away.
into it. Yeah, or
Hulu becomes their live.
It's another tile, which
Yeah.
is, I think, in the other markets they call it Star instead of Hulu,
Yeah.
and it's just like Disney, Lucasfilms, Marvel, Star,
Yeah.
and Star is basically Hulu.
Yeah. But I mean, they could just roll everything into the FX brand or something like that for a
Yeah.
lot of their, stuff.
Yeah, which I spend a lot of time between the two apps. I mean, that's usually. I mean, the only reason I watch Netflix now is if something new like Sandman comes out,
Yeah.
or Stranger Things, something like that. But outside of that, I don't watch Netflix for anything anymore. So,
Well, speaking of streaming apps, that's a good segue into
ancient.
aliens. Yeah, there's the Nat Geo stuff still, but again, that's just a tile inside of Disney Plus.
Yep.
So a lot.
Gray Man's good.
A lot of scuttlebutt about what's happening with HBO Max right now. So apparently HBO Max, Time Warner in general has just been putting the kibosh on a lot of in progress productions.
Mm-hmm.
They're removing a lot of stuff from HBO Max. And the kind of the general theory as to why has to deal with Time Warner's kind of pending merger with Discovery.
Yeah.
And that basically what's happening. And so, Batgirl being canceled, everybody's like, why? What's the motivation behind, going this far into production and canceling it? That makes it pretty evident as to why they're trying to shore up a lot of these liabilities they have in unreleased content.
Yeah.
To make themselves look more appetizing for the sale, right? For the investors to vote on it and stuff, which is really sad because like HBO Max is up there. Like it is a really good platform. It had really good load of content.
Yeah. So what's all getting the axe?
So a lot of children's shows, a lot of cartoons are getting it.
From what before any of this stuff happened, I did read quite a few weeks ago that HBO Max was gearing towards just being more older maturity in general.
I mean, possibly, but I mean, it's still got all the Looney Tunes. I mean, it's
got all the Warner Brothers stuff.
Yeah, all the Warner Brothers stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the Cartoon Network stuff got pulled, and just a lot of originals that it had. HBO After Dark.
Pretty much.
I mean,
the only thing I watch on there is that stuff because that's. I mean, I'll never watch the cartoons, so but everything else you watch is mature.
I think he's more talking about like the old Cinemax softcore.
Oh yeah, so, no, none of that.
So no, yeah, let's define exactly
not
what
the
Chris
Skinamax. No, just all the shows that like Westworld and stuff like that. So of course, Game of Thrones.
What the old HBO app was, right?
Yep.
Is still very much there, and I don't know. Like it's sad that it's this early in the game for HBO Max.
Brandon used to work for a cable company. He had to know.
You kind of did.
What's this package? Well, it's uncomfortable, but let me tell you.
House of the Dragon. Well, let's just go ahead and talk about it because we are totally going to. We did both watch the first episode of House of the Dragon.
Yep.
You know what I will say, and I've said this, that the last season of Game of Thrones hurt me so bad that I have yet to go back and rewatch Game of Thrones, a show that I just loved so much. It just hurt. It hurt to go back and kind of see how a lot of these characters, what ended up happening, and it wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
How I wanted it to end, and it just hurt me. So getting amped up for a lot of the which, I think at the season end, there were like 3 different prequel or alternate setting series that were in the books.
And I think if it wasn't for the way that last season ended, all 3 of them would have been greenlit to the end.
Yeah. And so I wasn't super excited for House of the Dragon, but I was like, you know what, I'll give it a chance just because I think it's so removed from the main story that I think I can get behind it, and the history of Westeros and Westeros. I said it very weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now my brain's like, wait, how do you say
I'm Texan. I say everything weird.
Westeros.
And I enjoyed it. It's very much a first exposition episode, reintroducing all these new characters.
It does a really good job of like, here's the groundwork, like and helping you to understand completely what's up. If you've seen Game of Thrones, I mean, it's pretty easy to understand.
It's still got the tone. It's still got the feel. I mean, it's shot very similarly.
Yep.
You even hear the main title theme inside the show.
Yeah.
It's got its own title, but you do hear the theme music inside of it. What was I going to say? Oh, I was surprised. So I knew, from the trailers, the teasers and everything, that there's a time jump, right? A lot of the younger actresses, they have adult actors portraying them. I thought that time jump would have happened inside of the first episode, but it hasn't yet. And supposedly, like they stick in this time period for at least a few episodes, which I thought was pretty interesting. Like I said, normally you don't see it hold on to.
I'm not sure how many episodes this one's going to be. If it's 6, 10, 15.
Let's see if they've got an order.
But I would expect you see her take on this mantle for at least 2 or 3 episodes before it does that.
Yeah, let's see.
I would think IMDb would already have up there.
It depends on how they release the information. Disney Plus.
Sometimes they put up their
Disney Plus is
list.
very good about putting up their schedule. It looks like a 10 episode order.
Okay.
So it will end. Last air date is October 23rd.
Wow.
So
that's exciting. There's a lot of good TV coming on right now. So of course it's that time of year, right? Mm-hmm. Where that happens anyway. But.
Yeah, it's they're getting into what used to be fall sweeps, which is kind of different now. But I mean, there's a reason it's in the fall.
Yeah.
Winter is coming. And
it's interesting to hear him still talk about that even in this.
The long winter. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, there was, and it's easy to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's already been written. But so you can make foreshadowing in a prequel quite easy.
Very easy, yeah. The dots are already there to connect. You might
Yeah.
as well just do it.
But like I'm all about hearing these other stories. Like I was mildly excited about the Stark kind of prequel.
Yeah. We did get to see some of the different houses that we've seen. In Game of Thrones, you get to see some of their older counterparts in the show, older relatives. They said Stark at the very end as one of the last ones, but Baratheon was in there quite a few times.
Yeah,
so it's cool,
and it's neat seeing a King's Landing that is a Targaryen King's Landing, right?
Yeah, dragons everywhere.
Yeah. So I'm down with it. So
I thought it was good.
So here's what's funny is, and I didn't realize this until the show started, that that the princess's kind of body man, the Kingsguard, the actor is Graham McTavish, the big bald guy with the beard, and the armor, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The Scottish guy.
Yeah. Like this dude can't get away from fantasy genres. So he's one of the bad guys in Witcher.
Yes.
And he is one of the dwarves in The Hobbit.
He is, yes. He's the brother.
Yes.
Yeah. I totally
like
did not ever. Yeah, Outlander, which
is he an Outlander too? Is that really fantasy? I mean,
that's
more historical
in a way,
with a small sci-fi kind of.
There's no. I don't think there's any like creatures or anything to it, but it is.
She just time jumps.
Time jumping.
Past.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's like it's just weird seeing him in all these different he's just because we've had this discussion before, like what actor has been in the most like established like sci-fi fantasy franchises. This dude's running up a tab.
Yeah, he's starting to get there.
So there you go. Yeah, so was that all that came out this week? The first king we see is in Star Wars. Explain while we set up our next auction.
This is Batman 125. This is a foil cover. Batman 125, 1 in 25 foil cover. We're going to start this off at $10. If the keyboard works up, to try to start it off at a lot more than $10. Here we go.
He's the guy with Jabba the Hutt.
Are you saying
in Return of the Jedi? Bib Fortuna?
Are you saying he's the actor that plays that?
Nah.
Oh well, Google is happening right now. I can tell you that.
I will have to.
There is Google going on.
Seeing as how his first film and television credits are 86 and 88, I'm calling that one as a no. You done got Googled, Andrew. Ba-bam.
Hey, congratulations, Scotty. That's a good win.
All right. You went off week. Well, so did I. Dun dun dun. He was in the Highlander series. Oh, I miss Highlander. No, I mean not.
Now they're restarting Highlander. Who's doing that? What's up? Was it Steve or Kelly? Or both of you? Probably both of you. I don't think I've ever seen you not together. Got to be Kelly.
Yeah, I was about to say, who calls you brother Chris?
Yeah. There can only be one. What is the? They're redoing Highlander, but I can't remember who the actor is. Is it Hemsworth? It's not Hemsworth, but my brain says it is.
It could be a Hemsworth. Doesn't have to be like the. No.
Oh yeah, it's Cavill. That's right, Henry Cavill.
Literally Cavill?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because they were talking about he's going to probably be James Bond for sure. He's like got on lock, and then he's going to be redoing the Highlander series, and I think it's maybe a Netflix thing. Maybe they're just going to keep owning him.
And it could be that it says he's confirmed to play a lead role in the film. This is as of May of 2021, so anything can change.
Yeah.
Although his exact character is unknown, so he may not be Connor or Duncan MacLeod. He could be a different character altogether, which
Yep.
you are like creaking that table
I
like
know.
crazy and is going straight into the mic.
Listen to
And-
my creak, friend. We need a less creaky table. Michael Carter, Brandon.
Okay.
Is that somebody we're supposed to know?
John Ferguson, Adam and Andrew. I can throw random names at you too. Return of the Jedi. Oh, that was Bib Fortuna. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not-
I don't know
not-
if it
not
is for
Graham
sure a
McTavish.
Netflix thing, Scotty. I just know that, and technically, I think Netflix got stock in Cavill because apparently they owned him for literally like 6 years. Like they owned his face.
I think he's doing okay though.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
I think he'll be more the better for it.
Yeah, he's got his next movie coming out in a couple months with the second, what is it, Nola Holmes movie,
Oh yeah.
which I actually liked the first one. It wasn't bad at all.
I did not watch that. I don't mind. I don't mind the first Highlander movie.
Was there a TV show as well?
There was a TV show, and I would say the TV show for Highlander probably has more legs than the films do. But yeah, it's Kelly's giving me grief. I don't like it.
Well, when I get on their shows, trust me.
I wonder if
This
Cavill
is
will wind up in
nothing.
Marvel. So here's my thing with Marvel casting Cavill. He's Superman. He's the face of DC, and like
but-
that's a hard thing to break.
I think that at this point,
Adrian Paul.
maybe
was
they don't
Duncan.
want that anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, if he was still the face, why hasn't he done anything in so long? Even before this whole Netflix, stuff. So, I mean, it shouldn't have taken this long from Man of Steel to now to have something else that was just a him movie.
right. The sequels. I don't know that the sequels killed the TV show. I think did finally kind of get a little long in the tooth. The Highlander TV show, but yeah, the any movie past the original movie was trash, and like they had to go back and retcon a bunch of stuff because Highlander 2 just broke everything.
And it's been so long since I've seen any of that. All I remember is people getting decapitated.
All I'm thinking about right now is I've got Queen in my head right now.
Just
So
a lot of people getting their head cut off. That's all that I'm thinking about.
that's the whole thing. I always thought Highlander would make a great battle royale game.
Yeah.
Like it just totally lends itself. Like if you had a really good like almost like fighting game Souls-like parry system, and like you could have like holy ground zones to where you can kind of like recuperate it. Like I've thought about this.
So
You
so
can
we're
tell.
not talking about like a Street Fighter. You're talking about still an open world.
It'd still be like an Apex, Fortnite,
Okay.
that arena, right? To where you basically just run around and cut other people's heads off.
no story at all.
Now you don't need one. Oh, but the other idea I had that would actually be really cool is that instead of the map shrinking, that the map would change and it would be different time periods. So you'd start back in like medieval times, and as you went, it would jump to different things, and in doing so, you would shrink the map to kind of cluster everybody together.
It could go from like being in a field or something to be like in a building or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that it transforms you. Yeah, I mean that'd be interesting.
And then you would get, and like as you kill people, you get more powerful. Like literally, the whole concept of Highlander like lends itself to a video game. And yeah, I need to find a developer that needs to shore up the IP. That's the problem, right? Is
So does it show on there who has the rights?
the Highlander rights?
Yeah, because I'm curious if it is Netflix. Which it may. I mean, even if it's not Netflix, Netflix could buy it to put it on.
Right. Yeah. Let's see here.
But like if it's Sony, most likely it will be Netflix, since Sony just signed an agreement with Netflix to put all their movies on there.
Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Summit Entertainment announced that it had bought the film rights. So Summit is a subsidiary of Lionsgate.
Okay, so it's all still DC, because DC it's Warner Brothers.
Lionsgate is a division of. I love that you have to like do this like deep dive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lionsgate is somewhat Warner Brothers. Pretty sure.
It is a division of Lionsgate Entertainment. Hold on, I'm getting there. No, Lionsgate Entertainment is its own.
Okay.
It
So
is
maybe
its own.
they just partner up with Warner Brothers on some stuff.
Yeah,
they're building, their offices are literally in the same building as DC, and
yeah, I mean,
which is pretty interesting.
And you have production companies, and then you have distribution companies. So it could be that Lionsgate does not do their own distribution.
Warner Brothers
they,
or somebody else
they
does it
allow
for 'em.
others to distribute and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it has gotten big for sure, right? No Lionsgate movies on Vudu. Interesting.
yeah, I'd be curious.
Never realized
I'd be
that.
curious as to. I need to find. Hold on. I mean, let's find largest movie studios.
We're getting crazy into the wiki.
I have the internet. We will do this. Largest.
And we're going to start another auction while we're talking about this. Got Amazing Spider-Man, some ratios this week. Amazing Spider-Man number 8, 1 in 25 here. Kind of run through some of these. I'll start this off at just $10. We need a completely new Star Trek movie series in a different timeline, but with the Enterprise, say in the 28th century.
Oh, so I'd be like even after like Star Trek Online. I'd be like way after.
So I don't know if you've seen, Scotty, if you've seen the new stuff on Paramount. What is? I'm not sure the timeline that they go to in the future in like the second or third season. Is that like way past that? Because that's like way out there. I mean, they go centuries into the future. Yeah, so Discovery in the second, I think it's the second season where they like time jump like crazy.
Well, they go to the mirror universe.
That's the first season.
That's first season.
I think. Maybe it's the second season. There's like 5 of those now.
Well, and then they did like a half season release, and then
yeah, that's right. That's right. It just took forever.
yeah.
But I think the second or third one they went way into the future, like way into the future.
P. Morales, congratulations.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it a lot.
You know, let's see. We got 738. Let's run through some of these auctions right quick.
All these people that tuned in to actually buy stuff. Why are these guys just talking? Well, you know what?
We've only got one of everything we're putting up, so if you want it, don't wait on it.
If you want it,
Bid on it.
here it is. Come and get it.
All right, here's a Gwynverse from this week, 1 in 25. Third season there in the future after the lithium explosions. Yes, there we go. Thank you, Scotty.
I have not watched third season.
Yeah.
I've watched the first 2 seasons.
What are they on, 5 now? I think they're on 5.
Because the only Discovery I watched was when it was still CBS All Access before it became Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And so you haven't seen any of Picard either?
I watched. They did that one free first episode.
Okay. Picard's pretty good. I still
watched
need to watch 2. Of course, 3 is about to come out. And then Strange New Worlds is great. I've actually really, really enjoyed that one.
Ionius,
So.
congratulations. Yeah, so my thought pattern is that when I'm done with watching everything I need to watch on Netflix, which actually right now I kind of am. I'm toying with Sandman.
Sandman was good. They just finished that. I
Once-
really liked Sandman.
But so my plan is once I'm done with Netflix, I'm going to drop it and Paramount Plus, so
next.
I can binge all the Star Trek stuff. But
Yeah.
like Disney and Hulu are kind of like constants; they're not going anywhere.
Are you now?
Excellent was Sandman.
So are you saying like a Kirk with who? Are you like an actual like revisiting him in? I mean, because they kind of already did that with the movies, right?
Generations, where Kirk and Picard were in
So
the
it'd
same
be
movie.
kind of hard to do that in a different way, I think.
Yeah. They better hurry because they're both long in the tooth.
Yeah, I mean when the original cast is already getting their stuff shot into the space. So
Yeah, I did read that today. They're actually going to shoot Nichelle Nichols' ashes into space. So I'm assuming ashes.
so 1 in 50 here for Judgment Day.
Pretty sure they're not going to launch a intact corpse into space. They could. I don't think it'd be a good idea.
I know that they shot season 2 and 3 together. To I'm sure a good amount of that's because again a lot of these fellows are older.
Yeah.
So it just kind of secures what you're doing. And then of course season 3 is the last season of Picard. Now there may be something that they do off of that with some other actors, but that is the last that we'll probably see of Picard, at least standalone for sure.
All right,
I really need to watch season 2 though. All right, let's see. Let's do this.
Shadow.
Silver, the last Shadowhawk, a little live field action.
Wow.
This is the 1 in 100.
All right.
Gonna start this off at 20, which is damn good. If you get this for $20, you need to give yourself like 10 high fives.
And Picard, do you see the Enterprise?
Do this Enterprise and
F would be destroyed at that point.
are you saying in the show Picard? Do you see the Enterprise? Is that what you're saying?
Season 3 of Picard.
Oh, do we see it? Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we?
I think F, because F got destroyed. F got messed up really bad
Congratulations, Scotty.
in Nemesis.
If you need to make some money, check out selling that on eBay.
Hold on. I'm googling the
It's over $100. So, all right, here we go. This is Acts 3, 1 in 100. Mark Brooks, a Virgin exclusive variant here, not exclusive.
Oh no, F was the one they brought into Star Trek Online. That's right. So technically, it would be there.
Yeah, to see a whole new Enterprise would be interesting. Enterprise was Nemesis. It's crazy that we still have 30 people on here and we're talking about Star Trek. I figured as soon as we said those words, everybody would have just vacated.
Right. So E was the one that got messed up in Nemesis, and then F is they released it in Star Trek Online, which takes place.
Old Timers Online. It's a new dating app. Right.
Oh, they've.
Man, don't make me feel like I'm old. Brandon's older. He knows more of this stuff.
He is older.
So we do have a lot of stuff in the Byte now as well, guys. So if you don't remember anything that is, we do have a lot of photos there for you if you're here on Whatnot joining us. Thank you again. But again, there's a lot of exclusives in the Byte now. So if you see those you like, feel free to buy them up.
Yeah.
Ionis currently winning that one. And Ionis has won it. Or Ion. I don't know. Am I saying that right? Probably saying it wrong.
Ionius.
I think
There's a second I in there.
Spider-Man Winverse Momoko design variant here. 1 in 100 variant for Spider-Man Winverse number 5. We'll start this off at 30, and here we go.
Let's go.
So would you want to see a new Enterprise and Picard series finale? I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, if they keep the stories that they've put in Star Trek Online canon, then that would be a really cool way to validate the canon of it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen several different versions of the Enterprise at this point now. So
yeah,
I mean,
about the two you never really see a lot of is B and C.
Mm-hmm.
You do see them, but because you see B in Generations, you see C in an episode of Next Generation, I believe, in kind of a flashback or something of sorts. Is that right?
And then
maybe C's only mentioned.
Actual Enterprise was
Well, so the original Enterprise from, well, you have the NX-01, which was Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the NCC-1701, which is the television series,
The Kirk, yep.
and the original picture up to up to Search the Spock. Once it gets destroyed, it gets refitted, becomes the A.
B&C were during the series of Next Generation.
Nope.
That's what Scotty's saying
Nope.
here.
It's wrong. B.
Kelsey Grammer was the captain of one of them.
B was an Excelsior class that got deployed in Star Trek Generations.
Somebody needs to update their Star Trek wiki.
That's the ship that gets the hole blown in it that sucks Kirk into the Nexus.
And you're sure you want to go to Star Wars Celebration with me?
I'm a fan of a lot of nerd things. Okay, C is it's either only ever mentioned in Next Generation, or you maybe see it for a small part of the episode. D is the one you see. The D is the main Next Generation.
Yeah, that's what you see for the most time.
Yes. And then E is the Sovereign class that you see in the later movies, the later Next Generation movies. And then F you only ever see in Star Trek Online, which is an Odyssey class.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I can't drop this mic because it's on.
Totally. If you thought this wasn't a nerd show, well, you were wrong. It's definitely a nerd show.
Yeah, and Andrew says you do see C. It's one episode that they talk about it.
Yeah.
So there you go. Boom. Yeah. Andrew's refreshing my memory on when you see the C. I can't remember what class the C is.
Nerd topic? Well, it was Star Trek, so depending on how you feel about it, you didn't miss anything. What was the Enterprise in the final episode with 3 nacelles?
That's an alternate universe.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was an alternate universe. The C was Ambassador class. That's right.
I like that the speaker icon is just sitting on top of your face. It's awesome. It's like, hey.
There we go. Everybody on that's watching on YouTube, Twitch, they don't understand what just happened.
Yeah. Really. We see Jay in the show Enterprise.
Oh, see, so I did not watch a lot of Enterprise.
It's only 2 seasons, so it's not hard.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that they were like really about to get into something. And then it was like, and the show's over.
Yeah.
But at least they got a chance to wrap it, because a lot of shows don't get that. So they did get to wrap it.
My thing with Enterprise, and they skirted it. But so when what was the episode? Hold on. Original series episode, Eye of Terror. Is that what it's called? No, Eye of Terror. That's a warp thing in Warhammer 40K.
Another nerd topic.
Balance of Power. Balance of Power. Wow.
I have never been the person that can just tell you the episode name.
That is the first time you actually they meet the Romulans, and the whole shtick is nobody's ever seen the Romulans.
Mm-hmm.
They had never made contact with them, and when you see them, they're like, oh, they look like Vulcans. So everybody's looking at Spock like, what?
Yeah.
And Spock's like, what? And that's the first time you ever see Romulans. So in Enterprise, they actually have contact with Romulans, and they got really close to breaking the canon on that.
Yeah.
But they technically never laid eyes on the Romulan in Enterprise.
So the Strange New Worlds totally does that with Pike.
Like he makes contact with Romulans?
Oh yeah.
A-holes.
Yeah, but they kept it all. They have a way of going about it. So it's very interesting. Yeah, but you totally see
Gorn I've heard that it skirts kind of the original storyline with the Gorn too.
Yep.
Because Kirk's fight with the Gorn is the first time you ever see one of them.
The Gorn have shown up quite a few times in the first season of Strange New Worlds. So I would say they're probably the main antagonist of the season.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do need, like I said,
it's pretty good.
I'm gonna sub and
what?
I don't understand. Sure.
You're just trying to keep us distracted on this, right?
There
so
you go.
Can go.
All right.
Go get the goodies at the warehouse.
The warehouse will kill you first.
Yeah.
Place is a death
Good
trap.
luck. Yeah, they were for sure. It really gave me a what do they call them? Starship Troopers, arachnids, or whatever.
Oh,
or just Tyranids in general from Games Workshop. I mean, just tearing things up, man.
All you need to do to take out a Gorn is just do the close-handed like punch chop. That's all you need. That's all Kirk needed.
Yeah. Did they? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just two-handed punch chop.
It ain't gonna work on these guys the way they portrayed them. That's for sure.
The Kirk maneuver.
Yeah.
So
who would have thought we'd have a podcast about Star Trek?
You were joking about it. Like I am just as much a Trekkie as I am a Star Wars nerd. Like I grew up with both.
Yeah.
My brother was a fan of both. And my brother was quite a bit older than me, so he was, pretty much a teenager when I was just a little snot nose. And like you can have room in your heart for all the fandoms and be just as.
I would say I have never watched the original series, and I haven't seen any of the original movies. And I haven't seen any of the Next Gen movies. I have watched all of Next Generation. I've watched all of Voyager. I've watched all of.
So here's what I recommend:
Deep Space Nine.
Here's what I recommend to go back and watch the original movies. Do not watch 1, 3, or 5.
And this is the original
of the original cast only movies.
Okay.
Watch 2, Wrath of Khan, 4, Voyage Home, and 6, Undiscovered Country. And then, if you want to go back, you can go back and watch
6 of those just blows my mind.
There were 6 with just the original cast.
When they did 3 or 4 with the Next Gen cast.
So Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, Nemesis. So 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah. And because the joke was like every other Star Trek movie was good.
Yeah.
And it kind of holds up because that would put it at, let's see, that would put it Wrath of Khan, Voyage Home, Undiscovered Country, then Undiscovered Generations, First Contact, and Nemesis. Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
So.
But you got to watch them all. It's just,
you can't.
If you're a purist, right?
You can't. Now, I will say, like 2, 3, and 4, yes, you do need to watch Space Seed and the original series to really get a grasp on Wrath of Khan. The problem with 3 is it's the connecting movie between 2 and 4. Like I know that makes that but with the other movies, there's jumps in the storyline. 2, 3, and 4 are bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
So the what happens in one tails to the next one more directly. And so it kind of creates an art. It's just 3 is just kind of. So the chick that played Savak was cute though. So.
Well, it's all on Paramount, so
it's all there.
It's all on Paramount, which is great.
That go away.
Yeah.
All right, so we've done all of our auctions.
Yeah.
Our buy it nows are still there.
Did we get through all of our topics? I can't remember what our topics were.
I think that was it. Let me get my telephone out. Robin Curtis. Yep, that's the chick. Hot. Especially with pointy eyebrows and pointy ears.
Put on here UC cons added. New cons added.
Oh yeah. So I make a video last week that says our next big con is New York in October, only to find out that no, our fearless leader has decided no, we're doing more. So Chris, why don't you tell people what cons are we actually doing this for the rest of this year?
So what I know at this time, because. Darren likes to change things. We're going to Vegas now, which we're really not going to do, and then now we are.
So who else we? Like how?
So Vegas is happening sometime in September. I don't even know. And then Cody, Kay, Tabby, which you guys know Tabby here from Whatnot. She'll be running Whatnot shows from Vegas.
September 16th to the 18th.
And Darren will all be in Vegas for the amazing Las Vegas Comic-Con.
Yep, 16th, 17th, 18th.
So I think one of the big reasons Darren probably really wanted to go is it's the first time and probably the only time the rest of this year we'll see Tyler. So probably get quite a bit of that stuff signed and do some Whatnot stuff with him. Since last show he was at was San Diego, he didn't go to C2E2 and he won't be at New York as of right now. Now that could change. He may have, maybe somebody beckoned him to New York and said, "No, you got to be there" or something. New York's cool. I've walked all over New York, Manhattan Island.
I mean, we'll pretty much be in the Chelsea area for the most part.
Yeah,
we don't really leave that area.
I've walked all the way from where we were at the convention center around. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, right? But it was nighttime. We rode the train. We did everything you could think of. Walked all the way to Central Park. Walked all the way back to our hotel. I mean, it's a lot of walking, man. It's a lot of walking. But I haven't had any issues at this point. I would think Philly was probably scarier for me at night walking around there.
All I know is
but it's still not bad there either.
I'm a 3-minute walk from the Garden, so I can watch the Rangers play the Bruins.
Yep.
Let's go.
Gonna go watch first pro hockey game.
It's preseason, but it counts.
Yep. It's something. So pretty excited for that. That'd be pretty cool. We were right across the street from it last year.
Were you?
Yeah, or 2 years ago.
Yeah, we're southeast from it. It is still hockey, and it's my team. I am
he's a Rangers
I am
fan.
a blue shirt.
Yep.
Faux show. So
Muggins are picking up even a cop got mugged. You know what's crazy to me about that is you can't. When I was there the first couple of years, you couldn't turn a corner without seeing a cop. Like they're everywhere. And now that could be different now. Maybe they're short like everybody else is, right? But there were cops everywhere in New York, which just is crazy. There's cops. I saw just as many cop cars as I did taxis.
yeah, this will be the longest I've ever spent in the Eastern Time Zone my entire life.
That's more than a week.
Yeah, yeah. I have only ever set foot in the Eastern Time Zone once in my life.
Yes, they do still have the cops on horses there, which is very interesting. But when almost everybody's walking and there's not as much vehicle traffic in kind of the middle parts, that's for sure. The easiest way to get around like that. Of course, they have cops on bikes as well. Yeah, right. Yeah,
They need cops on one wheels.
Yeah, what are they? What is it? Paul Blart, the mall cop, the Segways.
Segways.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably are. It would make sense.
Or those other unit-wheel things where you're not like one wheels you're like skateboard style.
Yeah.
There's ones where you're actually kind of straddling.
Yeah, it's got the taller wheel. There's
Yeah.
a guy that rides one all the way up and down Sansi over here.
I saw a dude over in South Amarillo doing one too. So
Yep. Yeah, they still have a horse division in New York. It's mostly a lot of it in Central Park and stuff like that.
what's funny is we're in Texas. We don't have horse cops.
No, we're too spread out though.
Yes, we are.
Too much room.
You have to drive everywhere here because we're all spread out. We're like a king-size bed.
Yep.
So
Well, I think we about got it right.
I think we got a giveaway though.
Yeah, we do have one final giveaway.
We got the big giveaway. So if you are watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, if you're watching this live on those, because you can't be watching this on YouTube or listening after the fact, for those that do want to take us on the go and can't catch us live, we do post our podcast on YouTube. The video version is archived there, and you can also catch the audio version wherever you find podcasts. Just search for the Unknown Comics Podcast, and there you go. You can listen to us ramble on the go.
Brandon brings back up that camera.
Yeah. Hold on.
You can see the mound of comic books I'm just laying here. So to all you people that are Star Trekking with us this whole time,
Star Trekking across the
this is the pack you're going to get. It's a lot. Yeah, get in there.
Domestic only.
Yep, domestic only right now. Sorry, guys. Yep, no horseback police here. Now, I'm sure, they have different times where they may pull out a horse, so you may see a sheriff.
And I'm sure
You'll see a sheriff pulling a horse trailer.
And we can only speak for Amarillo City proper, right? We can't speak for
But you're not going to
areas.
normally just see a guy riding around town on a horse. I haven't seen any of the animated stuff. I've heard the one that's for kids is pretty cool. Like my brother's kids like it a lot.
I mean, it is canon. Roddenberry did help create it, and it does. It is almost the continuation of the original series. So yeah,
Here we go. Selecting a winner.
done by the exact same animation houses, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Cast, voices as well. Yeah.
Yep. Yoda Baby Punches. You made me say that out loud. Yoda
Wow.
Baby Punches. Congratulations.
Are you punching Baby Yoda, or is Yoda Baby punching back?
It's like Purple People Eater kind of situation
Yeah.
there. Is Yoda punching the babies?
Is this like legit, like from the episode where they punch Baby Yoda?
Or Grogu actually doing the punching?
Well, you got to give us a.
Or we don't ship that. No.
Yeah. We got to know who's hurting Baby Grogu.
All right.
There's us.
There's us.
Baby Yoda uses the Force. He doesn't punch. Oh, whatever. He can do it.
Yoda baby hands punching is just funky to me.
Yeah.
There you go. And he even added emojis for us. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us for the Unknown Comics Podcast.
Episode 60.
Episode 60. We will be back again next Thursday evening with another episode. Be sure to follow us on Whatnot if you're not already to catch all of our great live sales. And like I said, you can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all the things. We're everywhere. You can find us. UnknownComicBooks.com is also our website. Thank you, and have a great evening.
Later.
Bye-bye.